What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Kale, and I'm back with another video, y'all. And today we're gonna be talking about Budokai, man. And the thing we're gonna be talking about the most is Budokai as a whole right now, bro. The game right now is probably in the most boring state it's been in since I played it. When I first started playing the game, I played it because it felt different, but it's starting to be like, it's starting to become like a repetitive cycle, you know what I mean? Like a loop almost. And I feel like there's no change. Like, you know what I mean? One thing that made the game fun for me back in the day was factions. Factions and empires actually had rules, and Minty was actually, you know, saying this idea. I've said it in multiple videos. Please bring back faction rules and empire rules. There should not be one faction with 40 different allies. Like, that is insane, bro. That is insane, bro. You go to war with one faction, you're going to war with like 30 other factions, bro, and you don't even know it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just insane. Another thing I would say is get rid of sub-factions as a whole, bro. I don't know why the people that can normally play the game can make a faction. I don't think that is just, I don't think that's cool at all. I don't think that's even like a good idea, only because you have so many people making these like dumb faction names, you know what I mean? Like the Cutie Empire and shit like that. Like, that's just so stupid. I feel like it should be trusted people that Bane can trust to run these factions. There should be main faction leaders. And if you don't agree with my idea, let me explain. See, if you ever played any other hardcore Dragon Ball game, like Xeno Online, anything like that, if there was a faction and you were strong, you had to be in that main faction. If you were a Saiyan, you were in the Saiyan Empire. No matter if you like it or not, you were in the Saiyan Empire. There was none of this switching. There was none of this buying out people and all this extra shit. That shit wasn't even questioned. There's no reason why I should join the game and I should see Majins and Saiyan Empire and bios and all this extra shit. There should be one set group. Saiyans are in the Saiyan Empire. In the show, there were Saiyans in the Saiyan Empire. You know what I mean? They took over other empires and shit like that. So to have other races in it, like, you know what I mean? It kind of really don't make sense. And it don't feel like Dragon Ball. It kind of just feels like some organization fucking game. Like, you go to sleep, you wake up, you're getting gripped, and you're getting carried to the fucking void. And then you're like, hey, like, what did I do? And some dickhead's like, go ask your leader. He'll tell you. Okay, so why are you still carrying me to the void, asshole? I did nothing to you. And it's usually the people that lose to the leader that do shit like that. They just go hunting around for, you know what I mean, weaker people. So yeah, man, like I said, most definitely I would bring back faction rules, bro. That's one of the things that really needs to come back in order to just have the game have some balance. You know what I mean? Have allies, one empire, each ally. They could be allied with another empire. Just make it make sense. Now, for sub-factions or militaries, whatever you want to call them, I would say have each military be in each empire. So you could have, let's say if you have humans, then you could have an empire, bios, they could be their sub-faction. You know what I mean? Like shit like that, that would actually make sense. Or you could even have alien empire. Aliens are on Earth all the fucking time. You could have aliens be a sub-faction, or, you know what I mean? Some shit like that, because it really don't make sense. The Frieza Force, you could also do something with that and have that as a sub-faction for, you know what I mean, for the Acrozian Empire, and have aliens in there as well. Since aliens are just all over the fucking place, like you can't really just you put them in one category. You could have those races like that in like different things, you know what I mean? Have them in different factions and things like that. Namekians would definitely need to make a comeback in order for them to even be somewhat of a fucking empire. Empire names are being changed. It should be Namekian Empire, not this other bullshit that people are putting as the Namek. I don't know what the Namekian name is now, but it's not Namekian Empire. That's all I know. But yeah, it would just make so much more sense. And you know, you could even make like, I wouldn't say like maybe like the Majin Empire, since you know what I mean, but you could have like the Demon Realm or something like that. That would be pretty cool. You know, you could have, and then like you could have some races in there, you know, different demon races. And I was thinking maybe put the Namekians with the Majins, only because Majins, you know what I mean? The Majins and the Namekians are from the same place, the Demon Realm. So it's like, it would make sense, but I feel like everything should be split. There should be more rules, and there should be more, I guess, you know, like responsibility for doing shit, you know what I mean? And with this new war shit coming in, that would be a perfect way to implement it into the game, with adding faction rules and empires actually being strong again. Because nowadays, just a normal person could leave his faction and be one of the strongest people in that empire that was holding it together. One, like, you know what I mean? Somebody loyal, like, and really just dip out and go make his own faction and make it 10 times stronger than the empire. Like, that's insane to me. Like when you look at Soul Society, for, you know what I mean? Soul Society could easily go to war with any other faction, any other empire, and most likely probably come out victorious. And because of how many fucking allies they have, bro, they could really do some damage. Like, I'm pretty sure, don't they have all the squads? Like, isn't all the squads their sub-factions or allies or some shit like that? Like, they could really do some damage. You have Organization 13. All those people in there could easily go to their own empires and be high-ranking people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, those people are strong as shit. And I just think it's insane that they're just not there. Like, that's exactly why I won't go to an empire, because it's so unusual. It's just really unusual and just don't really make sense for me. You know, like I said, I played Xeno Online and I played the OG Budokai, and factions actually mattered. And now they don't really have no real, like, you don't really have to be in an empire. You could really just join anything. As long as you have that name, I mean, you're somewhat protected depending on your leader. So that's one of the main things I wanted to talk about. Another thing I wanted to talk about is more content. I know he's dropping updates and more grinding methods, but I feel like now we have a decent amount of grinding methods. We need more content. We need more bosses. I feel like we're just fighting the same things over and over and over. We have 2 raids, which is cool, like I said. And I know it's only a couple people working on Budokai, so I'm not rushing anybody. You know what I mean? I know it's hard to make a game, so I can't sit here and be like, oh, hurry the fuck up. But more content would definitely save the game, I'm telling you. And like, when you look at how many players you had, like Bane, if you're watching this, you had so many players when you dropped the Cell Saga compared to like this recent update, because you just made the game more grindier, if that makes sense. Like, now people really have to grind 10 times harder than they usually would. So I feel like adding that, like a more content type of thing, would be great. Maybe a new way to use the planets and shit like that. And I know you're adding the bounty hunting thing like that, but I guess the bounty hunting thing isn't really like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm probably not gonna enjoy it, because I know people are just gonna be fucking hunting me. And I ain't gonna lie, the next time I get wiped, I'm not playing this shit ever again. Respectfully, of course. So I feel like maybe adding content, making the other planets useful, you know what I mean, for these empires, you know, have maybe a revamp. I would like to see, you know, Saiyan planet have maybe like some type of, like, you know, castle or some shit, like, you know what I mean? That would be nice. Some type of, like, you know, throne or something for like the person that's like, you know what I mean, the leader of the empire. So like, let's say if the leader is, let's say it's Dr. Death, maybe he'll have a throne with his name on the chair, like engraved into the chair. Like, you know what I mean? That would be really nice to see. That would be something new, something different. And then in each castle for each empire, you have a leaderboard, and you can see who your most loyal members are, how long they've been in the faction for. You can see how long they've been in the faction for. You could also see how many kills they've gotten during war, since you're adding the war shit. You could, you know what I mean? Every war you could see how many kills each soldier got and how many wipes they got. You know what I mean? Certain shit like that. That would be really, really cool. That would be really cool. It would make the game so much more like reasonable to do certain shit. Like, you know what I mean? Give other planets a reason to be on them instead of just being on Earth all the time. Earth is the main planet. I mean, it's always going to be the main planet in a game because that's where literally everything fucking is. Like gravity chamber, all that other shit. And there's no reason to go to any other planet unless like you're going to Polaris or Vampa. And that's simply just a shadow. And I'm not shadowing in this game. I refuse. The only way I'm a shadow is in this GC or in Hyperbolic Time Chamber. That's literally it. Anything else? No. So, yeah, man, I feel like most definitely you could add something like that, and that would be really, really nice. I'm not gonna lie. I would definitely enjoy something like that. You know, seeing my name on the leaderboard and seeing how much more kills I need to get and given certain missions to maybe get your rank up. You know what I mean? Like, you know, add a mission board where you could do certain shit to get your rank up, or like get some damn, I almost said VC. Get some currency, like Zenny and shit like that, and Z points. Just certain like faction missions though. And I know he's probably gonna add that within the you know, the faction war shit that he's adding with the battleships and all that. But that would be a pretty good, like, you know what I mean? Pretty good idea. I would love to go to Planet Vegeta and just see like Saiyans there, like for real, like people actually invade Saiyan Empire, or like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like they're invading, and you know what I mean? You get all your strongest soldiers, your elites and stuff like that, and they're already there, and you just go to war. And then maybe add, you know, you could add GC to these other planets as well in a gym. I mean, it's not like it's impossible. Like, you know what I mean? Bulma been damn near to every fucking planet probably, like in the show. So I don't think she cannot not go to another planet and build one. Like maybe Vegeta or something could train you there or something like that. You know what I mean? Like different Saiyans could be there. Like it would just be really nice. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Leave your, you know, suggestions in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Hit the video, like, and yeah, man, I'm out this bitch. Peace. Stay cool.